Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm coming at you with a new video, and this one's gonna be good. Has nothing to do with any food challenges, nothing funny, but this will be my 2020-2021 NFL predictions for the entire season. Your division, not only your division winners, but every team's record, all the teams' playoff seedings, all the way through to the playoffs, all the way through to the Super Bowl. My predictions. And this is just for now. I may make another video later as the season starts and a few games get in. But currently, here are my divisional predictions. Starting off in the NFC North division, I have the Green Bay Packers winning the division with a record of 12-4. I then have the Detroit Lions finishing in second place at 10-6. Then I have the Chicago Bears finishing in third place with a record of 7-9, and in dead last, the Minnesota Vikings 5-11 because their defense to me and the Bears' defense probably aren't going to be that great. Who's to say? I think the division could be between the Lions and the Packers. Like I said, this is just for now. Okay, then we head off to the NFC North. Or nope, my bad. The NFC East. I have the Dallas Cowboys finishing in first place with a record of 12-4. The Philadelphia Eagles finishing in second place with a record of 9-7. And then the Washington football team, because their name's going to change, I have them finishing in third place with a record of 3-13. And in last place, the New York Football Giants finishing with a record of 2-14. Next, we have the NFC West. I have the San Francisco 49ers finishing like they did last year, first place with a record of 13-3. Then I have the Arizona Cardinals. Yes, you heard it right. Karen Tabor-Smitler, this is for you. I have your Arizona Cardinals finishing in second place with a record of 11-5. Finishing in third place, I have the Seattle Seahawks finishing with a record of 10-6. And then in last place, but still a winning record, the Los Angeles Rams finishing 10-6. Now we're going to the final NFC division, and it is the NFC South. I have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers led by Tom Brady, Rob Gronkowski, and just an overall incredible offense and defense, finishing in first place with a record of 12-4. I have a feeling the New Orleans Saints are kind of drop a little bit. They went, I believe, 13-3 last year. They're going to drop a little bit this year because I don't think they're going to be as good as people think. And I have them finishing in second place, the New Orleans Saints, with a record of 11-5. And then kind of tied for last or in third, I have the Atlanta Falcons at record of 3-13 and the Carolina Panthers with a record of 3-13. Falcons over the Panthers due to their division and conference record. Okay, as far as the playoff seedings go, I have the San Francisco 49ers as the 1 seed, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers as the 2 seed, the Green Bay Packers as the 3 seed, and the Dallas Cowboys as the 4 seed. That's your division winners. Your wild card teams as the 5 seed, the Arizona Cardinals as the 6 seed, the New Orleans Saints, and in your final wild card spot, the Seattle Seahawks just make it in over the Detroit Lions and the Philadelphia Eagles. And because of a better conference record and division record, they edged out the Los Angeles Rams, who just missed the playoffs. Okay, now we're going to the AFC. The AFC North, I have the Baltimore Ravens winning the division with a record of 14-2. Then the Pittsburgh Steelers finishing in second with a record of 10-6. And the Cleveland Browns finishing with the same record, 10-6. And then the Cincinnati Bengals all the way at the bottom because I think they are going to be one of the worst teams this year as far as record goes. I think as far as on-field play, I think they will be decent, but I just don't think their defense is good. The offense is okay, but they're going to be at the bottom of the barrel with a record of 2-14, tied for the second worst record in the NFL with the New York Giants. Okay, now we're going to the AFC East division. This was a close one. The Buffalo Bills edged the Patriots out by 1 game. So that gives you the clue. Your division winner in the AFC East, I have the Buffalo Bills, 9-7 record. Just behind them, with a record of 8-8, the New England Patriots, because they just don't have the same good defense. Cornerbacks are good. They got Stephon Gilmore, one of the best corners, in my opinion, in the game throughout the entirety of the NFL. And yes, I believe Cam Newton will win the starting job over Jarrett Stidham. I think he will lead the Patriots with the help of Bill Belichick to a winning record. But in his season, I think he may play well enough that I think he will sign a new contract with the New England Patriots. Okay, finishing in third place, I have the Miami Dolphins with a record of 5-11. And in dead last, the New York Football Jets, finishing with a record of 3-13. They are not going to be good this year, even though they got a somewhat decent defense and offense. Next division, the AFC West. Obviously, this is an easy one. Kansas City Chiefs are going to be your divisional champions. Not even going to be close. I have them finishing with a record of 15-1, with their only loss being on the road in the regular season to the Baltimore Ravens. Okay, finishing in second place, we have the Denver Broncos with a record of 7-9. I think they're going to play better than people expect, because I think Drew Lock is going to be a pretty good quarterback. Maybe not necessarily this year, but look out for him in the 2021-2022 season. I think the Broncos are going to surprise a lot of people this year. Maybe not with a winning record, but they're going to surprise people and think, hey, Drew Lock, Broncos got themselves a good quarterback, and I think they got a good enough defense. Finishing in third place, the Los Angeles Chargers. Yes, they got the defense, and yes, they got a great set of receivers, but Tyrod Taylor, I just do not believe. I don't think he's the worst quarterback. Trust me, he's not. But I just don't think he's going to be enough to lead them this year. I think at some point he will be the starter, but Justin Herbert, the rookie, will eventually become the starter, and I think you could look out for the Los Angeles Chargers next year, because I think Justin Herbert will be a better quarterback than I think what a lot of people believe. Okay, and in last place in the AFC West, the Las Vegas Raiders, not Oakland, Las Vegas Raiders, with a record of 5-11. I think they're, again, not going to be a good team. I think after this season, Derek Carr will probably be gone, and Marcus Mariota will become the starting quarterback for the Las Vegas Raiders after this season. Maybe, if not, at some point in the middle of the season. The final division in the AFC South, I have the Tennessee Titans winning the division with a record of 10-6, followed by the Houston Texans with a record of 10-6. And then I have the Indianapolis Colts finishing in third with a record of 9-7. I think they will be a good team this year, but there's a lot of tough games they got. They got to play the Ravens. They got to play the Titans twice, the Texans twice. They have to play the Packers. There's the Lions. I do have them beating the Packers at home. I do have them upsetting the Ravens at home, but then on the road to I forgot who it was. Okay, and then in dead last, and with the worst record in the NFL, I have the Jacksonville Jaguars, because they just don't have... They have an okay running back in Leonard Fournette. I think he's a great running back. Quarterback, Gardner Minshew, I just don't think. I think last season was kind of a fluke. I don't think he's going to be good this season. Their defense is not good. Receiving wise, I don't think they have a great host of good wide receivers. So I have them finishing with a record of 1-15, the worst record in the NFL. Now, for the playoff seedings for the AFC, I have the Kansas City Chiefs with the 1 seed, Baltimore Ravens with the 2 seed, the Tennessee Titans with the 3 seed, and the Buffalo Bills with the 4 seed. That's your 4 division winners. As for the wild card, the Pittsburgh Steelers get the 5 seed at 10-6, followed by the 10-6 Houston Texans with the 6 seed, and the Cleveland Browns. You heard it here, the Cleveland Browns, sneaking into the playoffs as the 7th and final AFC playoff team with a record with the 7 seed at 10-6. Now, here's where it's going to get interesting. Playoffs. You guys are going to think I'm probably crazy with how I think things are going to go. And again, like I said, this is just how I think it's going to go for now. You know, the season hasn't started. Right now, this is just how I feel, because I believe there will be some major shockers in the playoffs this year, okay? We will start off with the NFC wild card. We have the 7-seeded Seattle Seahawks visiting the number 2-seeded Tampa Bay Buccaneers with Tom Brady. Do I think the Seahawks could beat the Buccaneers? Yes. Do I think they will? Nope. I have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers advancing to the divisional round. Then we have the number 6-seeded New Orleans Saints versus the number 3-seeded Packers. A lot of people thought last year, oh, hey, the Saints were going to beat the Vikings in the playoffs, and then they were going to go on and defeat the Packers and probably go on to the NFC Championship. Guess what? They didn't even make it past the 6-seeded Minnesota Vikings. So, at home. And don't get me wrong, I love Drew Brees. He's one of my favorite NFL players. So many players alike. He's one of my favorites. But I have the Green Bay Packers taking this one because they're the home team. If it was in New Orleans, I would easily take the Saints. So we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Green Bay Packers advancing to the divisional round. Then this is another intriguing matchup. The Arizona Cardinals, the 5 seed, at the number 4-seeded Dallas Cowboys. This one is going to be tough because both teams have great quarterbacks, in my opinion. I think Cardinals' Kyler Murray is going to have an outstanding season. I mean, he's going to lead them to the playoffs. But the Cowboys are at home. They tend to do good at home in the playoffs, unless it's against the Packers. I'm giving the Cowboys the edge. As far as scores go, the Bucs, Seahawks, I'm going to say the Buccaneers take it. Let's say 29 to 26. I will take the Packers over the Saints. I think this will be a shootout. I think the Packers have better receivers than people think. Tight ends, not so much. But I think it will be a bit of a shootout. Packers taking this with a score of 31 to 28. And then I take the Cowboys over the Cardinals. Again, I think this will be another shootout. Both great offenses. Pretty good defenses. But I think I'm going to take the Cowboys winning a shootout here. 34-31. Now we go to the AFC wild card. We have the number 7-seeded Cleveland Browns versus the number 2-seeded Baltimore Ravens. So how funny. A divisional, not only is it a playoff game, it's a divisional matchup between 2 AFC North teams. There's no way the Ravens are losing at home to the Browns. So the Browns, hey, you made the playoffs, at least that's better than nothing. But the Baltimore Ravens are going to take it. I think it will be a close game. I'm going Baltimore Ravens taking it 24-21. Next is going to be my upset. My upset of the wild card round. The number 6-seeded Houston Texans versus the number 3-seeded Tennessee Titans. Yes, the Tennessee Titans last year as a 6th seed had an incredible run, knocking off the Tom Brady and the Patriots, but the Patriots didn't have all their whole host of offensive weapons. They didn't have any good tight ends. Defense wasn't that great. Yes, the Titans knocked off the Patriots 20-13 in the wild card last year. I called it. And then the next week, it was the Titans at the Ravens in the divisional round, and I called the Titans upsetting there. But this time, it's going to be a reversal of fortunes because the Titans will not even make it past the wild card round at home. They will be this year what the Patriots were last year, the 6-3, as I have the Houston Texans upsetting the Tennessee Titans to advance to the divisional round. The score, I think it's going to be low. I'm going to say 20-17 Texans. And then we have the Pittsburgh Steelers at Buffalo Bills. I know Bills fans are thinking, well, hey, we're the home team. But I ask you, who has more playoff experience? Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers or Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills? Yes, the Bills have a good offense. Yes, they have a good defense, but they're going to do this year like they did last year. They're going to fall short, as I think the Pittsburgh Steelers on the road will knock off the Buffalo Bills. I was torn on this one. The only one I was confident about was the Ravens. The other two AFC games, man, it was tough. I just had the feeling about the Texans here getting the big upset. And I have the Steelers over the Bills. Let's see. 23-20. Now we go to the divisional round. We have the number 3 seeded Green Bay Packers versus Tom Brady and the number 2 seeded Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm a major Packers fan, as you can see in the background right back here. Big Packers fan. Been a Packers fan since Brett Favre in the early... Well, I've been a Packers fan since like around the early 2000s, 2000, 2001. And you're thinking, well, I did give the Packers the win in the regular season. This is a whole different monster. This is the playoffs. The season resets. I'm going to have to go Tom Brady and the Buccaneers over my beloved Green Bay Packers, unfortunately. So, see, I'm a Packers fan, and most people are like, oh, you're just going to go with the Packers winning it all. I'm not that kind of person. I don't believe in the playoffs they're going to go on the road and knock off Tom Brady and the Buccaneers. Next, the number 4 seeded Dallas Cowboys versus the number 1 seeded San Francisco 49ers. You're going to think, okay, Tom Brady and the Bucs versus Jimmy G and the 49ers. I'm going upset, baby. Dallas Cowboys over San Francisco 49ers. I'm going to go 35-31 Cowboys. Yes, I have NFC Championship. Dak Prescott and Dallas Cowboys, I think he has something to prove since he didn't get an extension on his contract. So we're going to have Dak Prescott, Ezekiel Elliott, and the Dallas Cowboys, and the head coach Mike McCarthy, the former Packers coach, versus Tom Brady, Rob Gronkowski, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers with Bruce Arians. That's going to be one incredible NFC Championship game. But we'll get to that later. AFC Championship. My bad. I take that back. The AFC Divisional Round. We have the number 6 seeded Houston Texans versus the number 1 seeded Kansas City Chiefs. Yeah, Texans aren't winning. They got the upset win over the Titans. That ends versus Kansas City Chiefs go to their 2nd straight AFC Championship game. Their 3rd straight. Because 2019-2020, they beat the Titans and went on to win the Super Bowl. The year before, they lost to the Patriots in the AFC Championship game, leading to the Patriots making it to Super Bowl 53 in the win over the Los Angeles Rams. And then we have another divisional one. Ravens having a number 5 Pittsburgh Steelers versus number 2 Ravens. I would be more rooting for the Steelers. They are my 2nd favorite team behind my 3rd favorite team behind the Green Bay Packers and the LA Rams. Been a Packers fan since I was a kid, and been a Rams were my 2nd favorite team since around the same year. The first Super Bowl I ever watched was the New England Patriots and Tom Brady defeating the St. Louis Rams. I was not happy because I really wanted the Rams to win with Kurt Warner. But in this one, going back, Pittsburgh Steelers, Baltimore Ravens. Are the Steelers going to pull off another upset? Could they? Maybe. Will they? Nah. Ravens are going to beat them in a close game. Going back, let's see. Chiefs, Texans. I'm going to go 34-24 Chiefs. And Ravens, Steelers. It's gonna be close. I will say 24-20 Ravens. And so the AFC Championship, everybody wanted to see Baltimore Ravens versus Kansas City Chiefs. I'm sure everybody's taking Kansas City. I'm going upset here again. Baltimore Ravens going into Kansas City. Chiefs got their Super Bowl last season. Andy Reid got his Super Bowl. They don't need another one. Mahomes has his Super Bowl. He's going to go down as already one of the greatest quarterbacks in the NFL, a legend already, in my opinion. Baltimore Ravens finally make it to the Super Bowl with a victory on the road and a shocker over the Kansas City Chiefs. And yes, I had the Ravens beating the Chiefs earlier in the season, in the regular season, at home. And then you're thinking, well, this is in Kansas City. You really think the Ravens are going to win? I think Lamar Jackson finally gets his stuff together, and the Ravens advance to the Super Bowl with a win over the Chiefs. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I'm going to say 38-35 Ravens on a game-winning field goal. But now, will it be Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens versus Tom Brady and the Buccaneers? Or will it be Lamar Jackson and the Ravens versus Dak Prescott, Ezekiel Elliott, and the Cowboys? I'm sure everybody's thinking, oh, surely you're not going to go Cowboys over the Buccaneers. I mean, come on, it's Tom Brady, the greatest of all time, which I was not a Patriots fan, but I cannot disagree that Tom Brady will probably go down as the greatest of all time. I mean, 9 Super Bowls and 6 victories? That's pretty incredible. His only losses were twice to the Giants and then to the Eagles. I mean, that's almost unheard of. But I got Dak Prescott proving it. And not only did he upset the Niners in the divisional round, but he will go into Tampa and knock off Tom Brady and the Buccaneers to advance to the Super Bowl to face the Baltimore Ravens. Cowboys win it. I will say, I don't think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I will say 21-20 Cowboys by a point, because I think the Buccaneers will try to go for 2, down 21-14. They'll get a touchdown. They'll try to go for 2 in the win, and the Cowboys will stop them, and Dak Prescott will continue his run in the playoffs. Super Bowl, NFC champion Dallas Cowboys versus AFC champion Baltimore Ravens. Again, like I say, this is just my predictions for now. This is not going to be my final predictions. When the season starts, I will give my predictions for every game of week 1. So, Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott and the Cowboys, are they going to be able to pull off another upset, knocking off the San Francisco 49ers and that defense, Tom Brady and the Buccaneers and Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens for an unprecedented Cinderella run? Why not? Back in the 2010-2011 season, I told my best friend, he's a huge Packers fan as well, I told him I had a feeling about this Green Bay Packers team. I told him they were going to go to the Super Bowl and they were going to defeat the Steelers in the Super Bowl. Well, once that matchup was made. But I said Packers were going to beat the Eagles and the Falcons and the Bears on the road, and they would become the first 6th seed to advance to the Super Bowl. And they did. Then I said the Packers are going to win the Super Bowl over the Pittsburgh Steelers, which was my dream Super Bowl matchup because it's my favorite NFC team, the Green Bay Packers, versus my favorite team in the AFC, the Pittsburgh Steelers. And like I said, Green Bay was going to win it, and Aaron Rodgers was going to lead him to the Super Bowl victory. What happened? Green Bay Packers won Super Bowl 45. Okay, back to this now. Super Bowl 55. Dallas Cowboys, Baltimore Ravens. I'm doing it again. I am doing again. Dak Prescott and the Cowboys will defeat the Baltimore Ravens to win Super Bowl 55. Score is going to be a little more lower scoring. I think the Cowboys' defense is good enough that they can stop Lamar Jackson. Am I going to guarantee this is the way the playoffs are going to go? No. Some of them teams may not even make the playoffs. Texans may not even make playoffs. The Titans, Browns may not even. The Packers may not even. There's a lot of teams that may not make the playoffs. Cardinals. But yeah, that's it. My Super Bowl predictions. I would like to give I don't remember the name. I'd like to give a shout out to Randy for asking me to make a divisional, my predictions for all the division winners. But I went a little more in depth. And so, yes, Super Bowl 55, Dallas Cowboys over the Baltimore Ravens. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. I know it was long. I'm sorry for that. But if you're a big football fan, I think you will like it. And if you do, please like the video. Comment down below your thoughts. Who do you think the division winners are? Give me your predictions. Who you think will win the Super Bowl? And please like the video, comment down below, and if you enjoy it, click that subscribe button. You know you want to. So this is Dark Knight Studios signing off.